My mom tricked the world into thinking me and my sister were child prodigies. It started when we were 5 years old, and my mom saw this documentary about an autistic genius kid who calculated impossible math in his head. She looked at my identical twin Selena and I and said, "If you'd just been born with scrambled brains, I could have been loaded." 3 days later, mom called us into the dining room. The table was covered in phone books, calendars going back 50 years, and stacks of cards. "Memorize these," she said. Selena dove right in, already flipping through pages. I just stared, waiting for the punchline that never came. Soon, mom started waking us up at 3 a.m. to drill calculations. "Faster! One more time!" She'd scream into the megaphone while we solved algebra sleep-deprived. Selena would rattle off perfect answers while I'd mess up every third one. "She's sabotaging this," mom would scream at me. Selena would just look at me with this little smile, like she knew something I didn't. The worst part was when mom figured out Selena actually had a gift. Not full savant, but something. She could do 3-digit multiplication in her head, remember entire pages after reading them once. Mom started calling her my little computer, and me, the liability. Selena ate it up. She'd practice constantly, even when mom wasn't around. I'd catch her at night, flashlight under her blanket, memorizing pi to 100 digits for fun. Mom coached us for hours on our backstory. We supposedly had an accident at age 4 that rewired our brains. She made Selena the math genius and me the human calendar, since that only required memorization, not talent. Less emotion, she'd demand from me. "Selena's perfect. Be more like Selena." Selena would demonstrate her blank stare, her monotone voice, how she could make her eyes go dead. Our first gig was at this private collector's house, some creepy rich guy who collected extraordinary children for dinner parties. $500 for 2 hours. His guests would test us while eating caviar. Selena would calculate square roots faster than they could type them into phones. I'd mess up dates just enough that mom would dig her nails into my shoulder. Selena never missed. Not once. The collectors loved her. The money was almost sickening. Mom started booking us at academic conferences, private schools wanting to inspire their students, tech companies wanting to study us. Selena thrived. She'd started believing her own act, referring to herself in third person, calling normal kids neurotypicals with this superior tone. During one university demonstration, a professor asked if we ever wished we were different. I said yes. Selena said, "Why would we want to be inferior?" Mom beamed at her, but then came the twist. Selena started seeing patterns everywhere, real ones. She'd wake up screaming about number sequences in her dreams. She'd count my breaths while I slept, writing down the patterns. She filled notebooks with equations she said explained everything from how many times I blinked to when mom would lose her temper. "It's all math," she'd whisper. "I can predict everything now." At night, I'd lie in bed listening to Selena mumble calculations. She'd covered her walls with formulas, convinced she'd found some code in the memorized data. "Don't you see it?" she'd ask me. "How it all connects." I told her one night we should quit. Just fail on purpose. Be normal. Selena laughed. "I don't want to be normal anymore. I want to solve it. The pattern behind everything." We lasted 8 months before it all went to hell. We were at the psychiatric research facility. They paid thousands to study genius twins. A neurologist scanned our brains while we performed. She pulled mom aside after. I heard fragments. "Unusual activity," and "one is genuine," and "the other is clearly performing." Mom tried to leave, but security stopped us. The doctor wanted to separate us for individual testing. They took Selena first. When she came back 3 hours later, her eyes were wild. "They know," she whispered. "They know I'm real and you're not. Mom's going to be so angry at you." She was right. Mom locked me in my room alone that night. I could hear her and Selena talking, laughing even, planning something. "We're so screwed," I said to no one. Through the wall, I heard Selena reciting prime numbers like a lullaby. The next morning, mom sat us down on Selena's bed. Selena was wearing her best dress, smiling like it was her birthday. "I found a solution," mom said, but she was only looking at Selena. Her eyes had that dangerous shine. "There's an experimental program in Boston. They want to study Selena full-time, enhance her gifts. She'll live there, become what she was meant to be." "What about me?" I asked. Mom finally looked at me. "You'll keep performing. Pretend to be both twins when needed. The world doesn't have to know Selena's gone to the next level." Full story on channel, link below.